Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Vinland Saga, Episode 3. Alright. Okay.
So
lots of things moving around now.
Yes, and apparently this is the last of the triplet set of episodes that were
all released
at once.
Right.
And potentially there could be a good reason why, because Floki ordered the other dude,
the other one,
Askeladd or whatever.
Askeladd, to ambush
Thors, and specifically to go after Thors.
Yeah, so this is not good. This is not good. This feels very origin story-esque.
Yes, the opening definitely feels like that.
Yeah,
but I hope Thors doesn't die here,
because there's a lot of possibility for it to be a thing where it repeats kind of the cycle of what happened when Thors was in his last conflict, and he barely gets away. Right. After, killing a ton of people, but maybe losing the battle overall. And there's a lot of kids going in this, this ship with
bunch
them.
of greenhorns that are not ready for battle. Yeah. And then Leif Erikson, who shouldn't die here.
Right.
So,
there's going to be some interesting things that resolve from this, because I don't think it's going to be as simple as, rocks fall, everyone dies. Or just a thing of where Thors is like, ha, yes, I'm strong, I'm Mufasa, and I actually saved my son from the wildebeests. So, but
Thorfinn's not there, so
we'll see about all that. But this is a big deal because this ties in with the whole thing of the Vikings getting vengeance for their settlement getting essentially slaughtered and everything.
Or rather, it's here.
Right, it's here, and the Vikings are assembling in a specific area.
Yeah.
And Floki is just one of the main mercenary bands with his Yolms Vikings.
Right.
The badasses.
Who are very badass.
Yeah.
And giant.
And also maybe a little bloodthirsty. Just a little bit. That whole part where Ari had his moment of like, you were almost dead. Yep, and the guy looked at him like,
That's kind of in some ways that's one of the specific things that is why I think that they will survive, because I kind of have this sick hope that that basically Ari dies because of that guy.
Oh,
gotcha. To show that basically that guy remembered, even just the slightest little grudge. But
it will be interesting to see though how this show dramatizes or showcases the brutality and just the general time that this that this where people were not necessarily treated like people nowadays. So
that monk,
exactly, case in point right there. And these are Vikings after all. They're a legendary reputation throughout history for specific things. So y'all, episode 3, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay.
But killing the troll is not an easy task.
Right. Oh, military law. Yeah. But wow.
So maybe he's doing this as trying to be like a lawful kind of a thing.
Right. Right, that's the thing that's weird about this, is that he cares so much about the law
and order, I guess.
But is it more of a reputation thing rather than actually the law?
Right, I don't know.
Right. Oh, I'll do any job. That's another thing that's good to bring up. Nice.
Maybe because he was under orders,
まあいいでしょう。前金でさらに金5ポンド。それで引き受けましょう。
The idea that there's some level. Whoa. Whoa.
ありゃ、すみません。すっぽ抜けちゃって。お怪我ないっすか？
What the heck?
おい、気をつけろよ。ってことでよろしいかな？
Was that actually like an intentional thing from one of his men? Yeah. Nice. I mean, like a troll.
Oh, so that's maybe why he won't do it. He's ashamed. He doesn't want to see him die, not only because he's a friend,
because he's like, it'd be pathetic
to see him die like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
面食らってたよ。
そいつは見たかったな。
Whoa.
Oh. Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's a genius way to build up this guy. What the heck?
Yeah. And to build up both of them, like, yeah.
The idea that they stood, well, they were sitting, but they were as equals when they sat at that table together. Right. Whereas before,
but each of them thought that they had the upper hand.
Yeah, exactly. Because he came in with the Jomsvikings, these big ass mercenaries, and then he's all like, you gotta get a little creative here, my man.
Yep.
I can't wait for this level of, like, conflict and stuff.
This is gonna be so good. Like, it already is so good, but, like, it's gonna get even gooder.
Oh my gosh. Oh, dang. I think I just clued into something.
Yeah.
Because the ship that he was on when he was older is Askeladd's ship.
Right. Well, and that was Askeladd that he was either trying to fight or train against or something.
I think he was training with him, it looked like. Because there were like people like around, like it was like, okay, we'll let them fight, you know. Oh. Oh, this is so good.
Oh boy. Wait, was that one of those Vikings like eating a mushroom before battle? Like,
yeah, I think they were eating
like some kind of like drug thing to juice them
something
up.
to juice them up. Yeah.
Wait,
does he like the sister?
I think so.
Does he like Ilva? She's just like, here comes Mom! Oh my god. She's like, okay.
What was he saying?
Whatever.
I wasn't quite listening.
Aww. Dad's leaving, yeah. Hey, don't say that at the beginning of the episode, you know. Oh my god! Everyone! Everyone!
Wow. Wow.
I love it. She's just used to it.
Blonde.
Yeah. For the tradition, yes.
Yeah, make sure you bathe at least once a week.
Oh. They're sailing 2 separate ships?
I mean, 3 people per ship, that...
The girl that actually likes him. Oh.
Ganbate! Yeah.
Oh? Oh, 2 ships. Wow.
Nice. I'll bring him back. Nice.
Cool. Oh, so this is also a way that the young guys can run away if things get bad.
Well, because it'll all be a trick. Basically, they'll just be left there.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the place where they might be leaving them at is the place where they might be getting ambushed at, too.
Potentially.
So... Oh, he doesn't want to say goodbye.
Yeah.
As he would want it. I mean...
Yep.
It's almost like his double life is something he doesn't want to bring back and taint the rest of them with, you know?
Wow. Wow. Okay. I wouldn't expect to see like true like anime style humor here, but that was wonderful.
Man of few words. Cool.
Yeah.
She translates perfectly. Oh, Helga.
I hope those young boys can keep up.
Here we go. This is why we put him in the front as well. Yep. I love that the crazy thing about Viking boats is they were so shallow and how deep they would go. They would barely go below the water. The rowing, can't speak, actually worked.
Right.
Like, it actually gave them good speed. They have less resistance against the water.
But still, eventually, let's just drop sail.
Oh, yeah. Rubbing his ass, just like...
当分は漕がなくていい。潮流に乗ったから、あとは勝手に進むよ。
それでもう引き返せないってこと、父上。
Oh no! Oh no!
父上
Oh no! I had a feeling that was gonna happen, but
wow!
No! Ha ha! No!
Oh, this is bad.
This is so bad.
This is so bad. Oh man!
I had a feeling he was gonna try and do that, but.
Oh, look at this little hopeful, innocent, naive kid. He's so happy to see like new horizons and
and from
it's
Thor's
charming.
perspective, he's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna take any of these people with me anyways, so you know."
Oh.
Interesting. Yeah.
Right, so he's keeping the communication lines at like a dead end, so... Yeah...
He intends to kill them afterwards. Oh. If Thors just takes them all out.
Crap. And you know what's horrible is that it's probably going to be the reason why he dies is because he's
it's going to be a Simba Mufasa thing, like
yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, follow him.
Yeah, the legendary explorer. War stories. Yeah. Ah, maybe he'll just talk about what it means to be a real man instead. Ah! Okay. The way he's holding the baby, the ladies are like, please. Yeah. Oh. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Oh wow, he was a different man.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Wow, way to go, Helga.
Mm.
その後15年一緒にいるがヘルガが怒ったのはその時だけだ。
Oh.
さに浮かんだ。今思えばあの時からだ。俺はすっかり戦場が怖くなっちまった。
Wow. Are we here?
I think so.
I love how you can hear like certain stock sounds for seagulls.
No, this is where they're gonna do the swap. Or, whoa.
I don't know, maybe
well,
not.
actually, yeah, because they said they were gonna do the swap in Norway.
Yeah, yeah. But this is a pretty good spot for an ambush.
Music. Oh, no.
Well, he's setting the tempo for the, the rowing. Oh.
さて何がだろうだが前に来た時とは何かがおか家の数だ家の数が減っている
引き返そうレイプさん良くない気配がする
Oh,
crap.
あいつら逆走してるぞ気づいたかへえやるの
Go, 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 go. Oh, my God. Holy crap. Yo. Wow. That is insane.
That's the fewer buildings.
入り江の出口がどうだよし少女奴ら袋のネズミだ
We can clear this out, maybe. But they're going to send a boat
They need
soon.
to go forward, yeah.
No, see, they're going to...
Oh.
罠の本命は入り江の奥だ
Right. Yep, here we go. Here we
Wow.
go. Crap.
Thorfinn, get below. If there is a below.
Oh, man, they're so outnumbered. This is...
Yeah.
This is bad. Oh, here come the arrows.
Yeah. This is real bad.
Yeah, that's the best thing that'll happen. Like, that's the best it can get.
Screw your courage to the sticking place.
Yep. What are you gonna do?
He's gonna gear up.
Oh, dang. Oh, he hates that he's being put into this position. He has to give it to him now.
Yeah.
Oh.
これだけに使え
Wow.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm scared, y'all.
よしやるぞ
簡単にやるなんて言うな
Whoa.
ビョルンあんたそのキノコ
あれ俺に任せてくんねえかあれっぱかしに全員でかかっちゃ面白くねえ勝負を取るっていうのがどんなもんか
Oh, dang.
いいだろう向こうもその気みたいだしね
Wait, who jumped?
He's already over here.
Oh my god. He jumped.
こいつなんだてめえどっから降ってきやがった
Oh! Oh, he just backhanded him! He's out!
Yeah. He's not killing them.
Oh my god!
Wow.
What? He has no shield.
Yeah, he doesn't have a shield. Ah.
Oh
Boy. Oh boy.
Crap.
Oh boy.
Oh
boy,
crap.
Oh boy.
Okay, okay. This is cool though. This is cool though. Because here's what actually might be exciting about this.
Mm-hmm.
He's not killing them for two reasons, I think.
Yeah, uh-huh.
One is that his opinion on killing has changed since
Right.
He's a different
Yes.
man now. Two,
Uh-huh.
I think he's actually thinking about
long-term
diplomacy.
Right.
If they look at him and go, "Oh,
You're more
interesting.
trouble than you're worth," kind of a
You're
thing.
more trouble than you're worth, or we'll make you an offer.
Ah.
We'll make you an offer.
Sure.
Your lives of your men, your kid and all that,
Right.
for joining our mercenary band.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll pay you well,
Mm-hmm.
and then once you've, done work for us for an X amount of time, maybe. But the problem is that they've been given a job already to kill. They've been given a hit job on Thors. So,
Right.
it's really just a question
and
of
paid
how,
in advance.
Right. It's really just a question of, does this Askeladd guy want to really piss off Floki or not? Is he okay with that or not? But the thing is that the fact that Thorfinn grows up to be this like brooding looking kid, the odds for Thors do not look good. God, okay. Wow, what a cliffhanger. He just jumps up there and just like it's nothing. No longer a warrior, Floki says. Oh my god. Yeah, sure he's not. Well.
Oh boy.
Goody. And I like how they left us like right before it was about to get like dire. Like actually dire.
Yeah.
They gave him a rule of cool moment of
absolutely.
He leaps over the whole thing.
Right.
He didn't juice up with any mushroom or what have you.
He don't need that.
He doesn't need any of that battle frenzy shit. No, he just jumps over and he's just like, did you guys just threaten me and my kid, my family,
and I thought it was going to be something.
Sons.
Well, what I love about this is that I thought it was going to be something where it's like, okay, he's got to let the devil out, right? And then that's where Thorfinn will be like, whoa, this is what my dad can do, right? Kind of a thing.
He's bigger than that.
He's bigger
so
than that.
larger than life that he actually won't kill them.
Right.
Because he's not only like doing all this for thinking about the future, he's setting an example for his son.
Yeah.
And for all the other guys out there that are yet to be men.
This is
what the heck?
This is I would say the quintessential like awesomeness of the paladin potential, the lawful good, right? That is often taken as the lawful stupid, right?
Sure.
Because he has a why for why he's doing it. He sticks to it even when it doesn't make sense to, even when it's not maybe in his best immediate interests, right? But because that's what he believes in, he does that, and here you go. And it might just maybe turn around a situation that otherwise would have really sucked, right?
You know what's interesting here? The right-hand man of Askeladd. I forgot his name, but we'll get that.
He doesn't ask as much as Askeladd.
Yeah. But the thing is that he gives kind of the thing of, hey, let me have the prestige of taking on Thors the troll.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that's interesting about that. That idea, the idea of him being like, let me have that, was reversed here by Thors being like, everyone here, don't just use the word kill so lightly. Stay here. Everything is fine. Why? Because I am here.
Watashi ga kita.
And then he's like, I'll take them all on for you. Now, what is that? What kind of fits with that with regards to him being, who he is? It's a father's kind of job in this kind of environment and stuff to basically shoulder the burdens and shelter the kids from the environment that would carve them up and eat them, basically. So he's basically doing I'll take on all your burdens because I'm strong enough because I can do that. Once more
into the fray,
But he doesn't kill them.
He does have the sword, though.
It's like
he does have the sword.
Right. But it's like he knows that if he decided to just carve them up, people would die that are on his boats.
Yep.
And there's nothing he could do about it.
Right.
So it's like
even if he survived.
Right. It's like he's gambling his whole life on just this one bluff that he can do. And not only that he can do a lot of damage, but that maybe he'll get to have a conversation.
Right. And that's probably where... Because given that Askeladd was in the opening, then it's probably going to be something where he manages to negotiate something, right? Whether it's him joining them as a mercenary or Askeladd is like, hey, Thors,
we're just here for you, actually.
We're just here for you. Thors gave me 5 pounds of gold. I already got paid.
Oh,
right. So
right. Good point.
Hey, you take out Floki, right? You take out Floki. And maybe we'll help you. Maybe we'll give you the opportunity to do that kind of a thing, right?
Right.
And then it could be and then that way it could be another forcing function for Thors to act because it's, hey, if you don't, you and your family and your whole village, you're dead.
Well, not the village.
Well, I mean.
I don't think Askeladd seems like the kind of person who would go back to the village just to kill.
No, not Askeladd. I'm talking about Floki. Yeah, well, basically, because in this situation, Thors wants to have the peaceful life, right?
Right.
So if he thought a situation was semi-resolved, he would then go back home.
Yeah.
Right? Once he's back home, that's where that's where Floki would go back to, right? And
you think that Floki would go back there to kill him if Askeladd didn't kill him here?
Well,
I don't think so.
I mean, okay, it would something. It might not be in like an overt way because it is an assassination, right?
Yeah.
But he would orchestrate something.
Well, I think he would find another Askeladd, basically, right?
Right, potentially, right. And then it's a similar issue. So in this situation, if Thors really wants to have his family be able to live in peace, either he has to die or Floki has to die.
Or he needs to make because Askeladd needs to bring the body back. So he can't fake his death. Probably. He can't fake his death.
Yeah, so
crap.
And Askeladd is also going to be the one to tell the tale to Thorfinn, probably. Or potentially
Thorfinn's right here.
Oh, right.
Thorfinn's right here. Yeah. See, here's the problem I see this as. This is a Mufasa-type situation where we have Simba who stumbled into the wildebeest...
Oh, boy.
Literal canyon. They're in literally a canyon.
Yep.
The beasts, the pirates, the monsters are on the ravine. They're looking down on him.
Yep.
Scar buggered off to who knows where, to Jomsborg or whatever.
And he literally has a scar.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
He hired this... Right. This is actually the part that's kind of interesting because in some ways, I think we're going to get kind of a gut situation here.
Okay.
Because Askeladd, I think the twist is that he's actually going to be a halfway decent guy.
Yeah.
Because, what's his name? Thorfinn ends up on his boat in the OP.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be a thing of where things get complicated here. It's not just as simple as, such and such.
We're going to kill Thors.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
We're going to kill Thors. It's more of a thing of like, okay, this all goes either really well... And, Thors needs to go end this old feud that there probably is between him and Floki. Or it goes horribly wrong, and now it's a thing of where basically Thors bargains with the Askeladd guy to be like, you can have me. But
take care of my kid.
But I need you to swear, like...
I will come back to hunt you and kill you in Valhalla.
If you touch a hair on the head of anyone here. And it will basically be like Ari was predicting here, that it's just going to be they'll get turned into slaves and what have you. Because in some ways, that's kind of how mercenary bands in general kind of work. And that feels very Berserk Guts kind of situation there.
That could happen. And that would be a way for... and that would be a way for Thorfinn to basically to have the home be destroyed without it actually being destroyed. Right. He just, isn't there.
Right. And it would turn him, I would say, into a more brooding character. Mm-hmm. The way where Thors, I'd say, gets out of this okay is that somehow he gets put into a situation where he can confront Floki, and Floki is the one that is like, I don't want to kill you, Thors, but he's like, but I have to. So then he does it, and then basically then what's his name? Thorfinn trains with Askeladd and all of them to end up being able to...
I feel like what's going to end up happening here is that because there's this conflict with England, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen is Thors is going to go to the conflict.
Okay.
Right? As he originally planned, by himself, maybe with Askeladd or something, or I don't know, but basically he's going to go by himself, and that's how they'll do the conflict there, or maybe the others will go with him. But basically, if Thors goes to the conflict, then Floki doesn't have an excuse to basically go and kill everyone at the village because they're traitors that didn't show up to the call, right? Because that was originally what he was using as the means by which he could kill the entire village potentially and have it be in the right? Is that the king issued a command for everyone to come, even you. If you don't come, well, then you're all traitors, right? So,
but like the only ones that would come are the ones that came. So I don't get the thing of why he would go back. Like Floki going back to the village at any point from here on out doesn't seem to make sense.
Okay, yeah. forget the village. But the point is that the conflict with England is going to be a central point of the story.
Very
right?
much so.
And while there are going to be all these characters that we care about and lots of different tensions and conflicts within the ranks, I feel like they're going to end up still a part of the conflict with England.
Unless they're dead.
Unless they're dead. Right. Yeah. If they don't survive long enough to get there, then sure.
Yeah.
But that, I feel like, is going to be the main staging ground for a lot of the stuff that happens. Mm-hmm. And then they could have something where Floki basically tries to get Thors killed while he's there or something.
Okay.
Or,
gotcha.
Continues having assassination attempts be done. Yeah. I don't know.
So Thors is basically on a dime right now, like balancing on a dime, basically, of will he live or die through this encounter.
Yep.
We will see in the next episode. The big thing that I feel like was dropped this episode that was kind of a sudden backstory of a side character. Well, Thor is more of a main character. Potentially equals horrible, tragic death. Was they seeded something about Helga being the daughter of the leader of the Jomsvikings. And that Thors had her kid, had a kid with her. And then when he had a daughter, Thors has this cold, like, killer exterior, and he's all like, produce me a son. The leader wants a son. And it's like, whoa, hold on here. Was this actually a love thing of where, like the way Thor said it, and that he went after her because he loved her? Or is it more of a thing of where, like, the leader wants one of these perfect, amazing Viking brutish soldiers to give his daughter, someone someone
so that he
worthy.
Could have, and potentially so that there could be, someone else to pass things along to, because he apparently didn't have a son. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. So that's a thing.
And I like the idea that they're setting up that basically Thors originally was very much a cold killer, right? Like he was holding Ylva just like a
sack of potatoes,
right?
Like that. Well, not like this, but more like
just like this is a thing.
Yeah, what is this thing? Yeah.
Which makes the transformation mean all the more because if you just say that he was always like that,
right?
It's kind of cheap, especially considering how extreme of a paragon of what he is that Thors is right now, right?
Right.
But if he came from once being like that, then suddenly it's a whole lot more powerful.
Yeah, and the idea, though, that what drove him away from that wasn't necessarily even the love for Helga, but it was actually the fear of battle, I think might be pointing at one of the themes of the show being about the legacy of your kids and basically what you pass on.
Maybe, but I think what they're saying is that it wasn't love at first.
Well,
but he ended up falling in love with them. Both his wife and this daughter that he has now, right?
But that was way later.
Yeah.
He said in the backstory bit, and I take those kinds of backstory things as like word of law, basically, is where he says that was probably the beginning of when I started to fear the battle.
Right, but I don't think you should take it just at face value with the literally of that. The reason that he left battle was because he was afraid of battle. It's that he didn't want to leave his family.
I don't think I said that. I think what I was saying was that was the reason behind why he changed, basically. The reason why he changed, the starting thing, was his fear of battle. Now, the reason why he got the fear of battle was because of his connection to his wife and his new daughter.
Yeah.
And I think the reason for that is because he started thinking about their future.
Right, exactly.
Because when people get scared of fighting, I'd say one of the most natural things, at least I would assume, is that they begin to fear their own death.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I would say that's probably a thing that
he'd already dealt with.
Most people, get over with earlier, which is kind of scary to think about, the idea that he doesn't value his life that much. But once he has these other people's lives that he's now holding as like, I need to be there for them, I am now afraid of dying and not being around for them.
Because he was a badass Jomsviking. He was Thors the troll, you know. Fear of himself dying, he had probably chewed that up and spit it out a long time ago, right? But now all of a sudden, hold on.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I find the whole idea that he would be afraid of battle at all such a cool idea for a character who is the contrast of that is the
god of war,
badass god of war who cannot be stopped. And it's like, wait, what does he have to be afraid about with battle? And it's like, no, he's not afraid of being in battle.
Right.
He's afraid of what it means if he continues this life of war and battle.
He's not afraid of dying. He's afraid of what it means for other people if he dies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's brilliant because I think too many of these types of, like, I think Thors is kind of destined to die at some point in his story.
For sure.
In order for the tragic backstory of our protagonist.
When is the real question.
It's just when. But, like, too many of those times they make it about the love of the family, which is a very powerful emotion, and it's very good and wonderful. But I think the more realistic idea of having it come from a place of a negative emotion, which is also a good emotion in terms of survival, fear is one of the most helpful things for human beings because it keeps us alive, especially when you're in a society of barbaric, raiding and killing and stuff like that. So,
Well, and I think it's also more importantly, or maybe more specifically, it's something that isn't said as much. Because the thing is, of talking about the love for the family, right? That's something that's talked about a lot. But because it's used so often as an example, I feel like it begins to lose its value. Because you sort of just take it for granted as like a trope or whatever, right? Okay. But to have this giant of a man, right? This unstoppable killing machine, to say that he's scared, that paints a much bigger picture.
I agree.
Because then it's a bigger contrast.
It's a much bigger contrast, and I would say it's a simpler contrast because it's more obvious. Like the idea that this guy loves his kid and his wife and his daughter. Yeah,
they set up in the first episode.
We saw that. We didn't need to hear him say it. In some ways, I feel like fear is something that is you can almost sometimes have it masquerade as something else. I think it's harder to hide love when it's shown, but I think fear once it's shown, you can pretend like it's pragmatism. You can pretend like it's all these other things. But when he says it, a guy who is a leader, a warrior, a soldier, a father, and all these other things talks about being scared, that shows wisdom. That shows humility. That shows all these other aspects of character for him that I'd say love encompasses in certain things.
Also, I would say that it's something where I don't think Thors would describe it as fear now. But for what he felt then, I don't think he was the kind of person that really had room in his heart for love, so he thought. Okay. Right? So but fear he understands. He's dealt with fear before, right? Yeah. And he's conquered it, right? So okay. But it's something that his mind has a firm grasp of. Because he was utterly not caring about Ylva there. He wasn't even really caring about Helga, right? But then suddenly he starts to get scared, right? And that's how his brain processes it.
Sure.
And then eventually he realizes, I love my family.
Right. Now it's a process for sure, in that he values them more than other things he used to value. Yeah. And I think because it's relating specifically to a person, he calls it love. And yet we don't have to question whether or not he loves them because of the actions he shows in the first two episodes. I would say especially in the episode where the raiders, the thieves come along, and he
Halfdan.
Halfdan shows up with the desire to grab back the slave.
Right.
The way he handles that whole situation while protecting his family, you can tell that this guy loves his family. The thing that I find to be a point of why it's important, though, that he does actually talk about his fears to this kid Ari in the present is because when he's trying to tell Helga to go and tell Thorfinn what he wants to say, it's a thing of him trying to say, I love you, son, but he can't actually say it because he doesn't know how. He doesn't know how to say that.
And especially in a way that Thorfinn would hear.
In a way that Thorfinn would hear. There's a whole bunch of things layered in there, but the point is that Helga immediately understands, because he's struggling with it, what he's trying to say.
Right.
So she'll translate that to him. Now we have this bitter tragedy thing where the son snuck aboard the ship, which is just, of course he did. How did we not see that coming?
Yeah, well,
that just makes perfect sense. Of course.
And the thing is, I figured that was going to happen, but I was like, well, or the idea entered my mind, but I was like, no way, there's not enough room on those ships. They'd be able to tell.
Not enough room?
Well, yeah, like with the amount of supplies that they would take and stuff like that, I figured it would be something where it's like, hold on, there's an extra barrel, like, there's a barrel that shouldn't be here, kind of a thing, or something. But
I saw the ships and I was like, maybe you're thinking not enough room in terms of like, there's no undertow, there's no second level below there's no below
not
deck.
that there wouldn't be room on, like, but because there wouldn't be as much stuff that they're taking with them.
Right, there's no place for him to hide.
It'd be very obvious if there was something extra, but...
Yeah. But
oh man,
the idea though that he says he's afraid to Ari,
the person who is stupidly without fear, like when he should be.
Now, I think the point of that though is that there is no like conquering fear. I think the idea of fear being conquered is more of the I don't shut down when I'm afraid.
Right, I know how to deal with fear, not that I don't get afraid.
Not that I don't get afraid. Because I think that the reason why he's doing all of this, in some ways, is because he has a healthy respect for fear. He understands, he understands it, and he knows how to wield it and deal with it. So when he's in this situation here, and he's afraid for them, he's afraid for his kid, he covers his kid, he shields everything, from hitting him and stuff. It shows a humility to him that is, again, something that contrasts the other two warrior Vikings we've seen that are antagonistic towards Thors. And I'm not even really counting Halfdan in this mix here, but I'm basically just Floki and Askeladd. Askeladd. Thank you. Yeah. Those two having some ego, they have some reputation, they have their little dick measuring contest across the table as they're both trying to weasel a deal out of the other person, and Askeladd kind of wins because he gets the 5 extra pounds of gold paid
and
up
kills
front.
One of
Floki's men right in front of his men without even knowing that he was killing him.
Well, allegedly without knowing that he was killing one of them.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting, because do you want to talk about why that guy was there?
I mean, he was there to potentially, kill Askeladd,
right?
Yeah.
But the idea that, in a way, Askeladd kind of was having his second in command kind of just watch the area and, observed that probably. And
as soon as there was a twitch,
as soon as there was something where he was like that, he's like, okay, kill him. And he just, poof, instant death. That was so
awesome.
good.
That was really awesome.
Yeah. Any other highlights in the episode that you want to call out?
I mean, it was kind of funny seeing all the guys line up to ask, Yova for her hand in marriage.
That was great.
Telling her how they're going to bring her stuff back and things like that. That was
She's
pretty
just
fun.
like, I'm sleepy. Can you guys do this another time?
Yeah. We'll go somewhere else.
Do this somewhere else.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
And then there was the one girl that actually likes Ari and is like,
come back okay. Be careful,
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, we've got a cliffhanger of an episode left over here.
Yep.
So y'all, if you want to see that next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can get involved with the community there, with events and stuff. You can chat with us about stories and anime and stuff. You can also talk with Jacob about his sci-fi novel.
Yes, my sci-fi novel Battle Lines is still available for order on Amazon. The link is in the description below, so go check it out.
Right, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.